All right, sorry about all the confusion and getting started, but I'm glad we finally got it started. I am a huge believer in that when something's going wrong, the devil knows something good is going to happen. So I think it's going to be a great meeting. But really quick, I just want to talk about end of the month stuff, and then we're going to pass it over to Leigh, and she's going to discuss voting belief. So on the end of the month, we always want to check our back office and make sure anyone on our team or ourselves, if they're close to 100 PV, you want to make sure that they know they need 100 PV to be considered an active ambassador and commission qualified. If anyone's close to 500 PV, you want to talk to them about getting that extra order in to hit that 500 mark and increase their commission from 15% to 25%. We want to make sure everyone has their auto qualification turned on. If they do not have that turned on and they have over 100 PV, they will not receive the commission that they have earned, including their bonuses for preferred customers. And also you just want to make sure, kind of look at and see if anybody's close to ranking silver or any other rank. And if we can get them ranked by the end of the month, then they can get their bonus on their commission next month. So that's kind of the quick things that you want to look at the end of the month, making sure everybody's 100 PV, auto qualification turned on, 500 PV if they're close to it, and if they're close to ranking. That's pretty much it. We're going to pass it over to Leigh. And Leigh, if you want to introduce yourself and maybe tell us a little bit about us or about you, and then we'll get started.
Okay. I'm Leigh Glosson, and I'm a Gold Ambassador. I started with Plexus last summer around the end of June. Just to give you a little background about my testimony, I lost about 32 pounds in about 4 to 5 months. My cholesterol was down 30 points. I was feeling better. Then I had a health tragedy strike. I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And I have had 3 surgeries since October, my last one being in February. And I gained just about all of that weight back after my thyroid was removed while they were in the process of trying to get my thyroid hormones regulated. So needless to say, that can be quite discouraging. However, I never, ever wavered in my belief in these products. And so tonight, that's what we're going to talk about, is building belief and keeping that belief through the ups and downs as we build our business. So to be successful in this kind of business, we have to have belief, and it has to be an unshakable belief. And we have to build that over time. So tonight we're going to talk about 3 different areas of building belief in our business. The first one being building belief in our products, building belief in our potential customers and our future team members, and then building belief in yourself. So let's start with talking about building belief in our products. This is extremely crucial and important for us to know our products. Otherwise, we can't effectively work our business and help our customers and help our friends and family with their health issues and helping them to become healthy if we don't know our products and know how to recommend them. One of the things that I think is very good in helping us to do that is to read testimonies daily. You can't help but build belief in our products when you read all the numerous testimonies and various testimonies with health issues that have been corrected or improved, and people's lives just absolutely being changed with our products. So I encourage everyone to read testimonies daily, at least one, if not more. We have, just for our team only, we have a Facebook group called Life-Changing Plexus Testimonies, and that is just our team. So if you're not a part of that group, get with your sponsor and make sure that you're added to that group. The one thing that I really love about that is that I believe one of the prerequisites of your testimony being put on that group is the products have to be listed that they're taking or were taking at the time. So that is a great learning tool. The next thing I would suggest is search a topic on Facebook and read through those comments. The search bar at the top of the Facebook, you can type in Plexus and any topic that you can possibly think of, whether it be a medical condition or just any kind of topic that you're wondering about or somebody's asking you about, and read through those comments. You can learn so much just by reading comments. The second thing, and this is one of the things that I did when I first joined, was I went to Power Tools. And if you don't have a link to Power Tools or a password, hopefully we can put that up on our website, on our group page after the meeting, and make sure everybody has access to that. But that is a wonderful tool. And one of the first things that I did was I went to that Power Tools and I printed off the details and the science information for each of our products. And I spent time reading each one of those, just line by line, and really studying that material. I learned a great deal about our products that way. And then if you want to take it a step further, I suggest you take each product and then dig a little deeper. Google and research each one of those ingredients individually, and that way you can learn exactly what's so wonderful about the ingredients that are in our products. They're all natural, and what those individual ingredients can help with. Third thing for building your belief in the products is be active on our team pages and in our chat groups. If you do nothing else but just go and read the conversations that take place there, you will learn so much because there's so many questions. Those three things have been invaluable to me when I first started, and still invaluable, because although I've been doing this over a year, I learn something new all the time. We're constantly learning. So moving on to building our belief in our potential customers and our future team members. One of the things is each week we get an email from our home office with an opportunity call. These calls are pre-recorded. They take less than 20 minutes usually to listen to. There's usually 2 health testimonies and a business testimony. If you are not getting those emails, you may want to make sure you have your correct email in your back office. Also, you can also go to YouTube and you can just search under Plexus opportunity calls, and you'll get a whole list of them to look through. Those are really good because there's a product overview, like I said, and there's 2 testimonies and a business testimony. When you're listening to those, as you're listening to those testimonies, jot down the people's names that come to you, and those testimonies might bring remembrance to you. Jot down the names, and then send a link to that opportunity call to those people, and just say, hey, you know, I heard this, and I thought of you, and I wanted to share it with you. Those are great ways to build belief in future customers. And it shows that you care, and it adds a lot of value to the information that you're sending to them. Another way that we can build belief in our potential customers and future team members is also to share informative posts on Facebook. Yeah, we share testimonies and we try to share things that are personal, but we also need to have a good balance of informative posts about our products and why they're so great. Those things right there will help build belief in our customers or future customers. Also, we all have a reason, what we call our why, as to why we're involved with Plexus. And those reasons are important because if any of those reasons include financial freedom, then it's very important for us to have belief in ourselves and also belief in network marketing as a whole, as a career and a vehicle and as a means to obtaining that financial freedom. Some of the ways that we can do that is, we hear this all the time, use the products, be a product of the product. By using the products, we'll end up with great stories ourselves, testimonies, And stories are what sell. Yeah, we can give them all the information and try to impress them with everything that we know, but it's the personal stories, I believe, that really touch people. And so being a product of the product is a huge way to build belief in yourself. Another thing is attend events. We should be attending as many events as we possibly can. We have a convention once a year. There's leaders retreat that's coming up that we can earn. We have trainings. They used to be monthly. I don't know. Hopefully we can, have more large trainings. I don't know, Cheryl, if we're trying to get something going on that, but any kind of training that's going on or group gatherings, I encourage you to go, because when I first started, just the first, 2 or 3 meetings that I ever went to, that was a huge learning opportunity. It allowed me to learn so much from the other ambassadors, and it never matters when we get together. You're always going to learn something from your team members. So I would say surrounding yourself with successful people in our company is a huge benefit to building belief in yourself. I would say also listening to recordings and watching videos. There are loads of audios and videos that are done by our upline, that are done by other ambassadors. There's videos and audios, other network marketing professionals. A couple of those other professionals that are very popular are Sarah Robbins, Eric Rory. If you are not familiar with those 2 people, I would suggest you look them up. They have great blogs or videos or subscriptions you can apply to and get their emails. Some of our own people within our own company, our own rock stars, are Diamond Tamara Holloway, Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, Lori Harrison, Susie and Chris McCall. Those are all great people to look up on YouTube. Look and see if they have videos. Anything you can watch by them, they're wonderful. Another thing is attending these Zoom meetings that we're having right now, or conference calls. Anytime you have an opportunity to jump on one of these meetings, you're going to learn and you're going to build belief in yourself. If you can't attend these meetings when they're actually happening, most of them are recorded. I encourage you to listen to them later. Encourage your team members that are not on the call. Say, hey, we have a recording. Go and check it out. Another way of building belief in yourself is we need personal growth. It's vital to building our belief in ourselves. And one of the ways is reading. I have some books here I'm going to share with you. These are just a few that I do already read or they're on my to-do list of reading. The first one is, I don't know if you can see this, The Flip-Flop CEO. Excellent book to building your belief in the overall network marketing industry. At convention this year, we had one of our speakers was Big Al, Tom Schreider. I have 3 of his books. One of them is called Icebreakers. I just finished this book. Great book for learning how to get any prospect to beg you for a presentation or to know more about what you're doing. Interesting read. The next one from Big Al is How to Prospect, Sell, and Build with Stories. Like we said a while ago, stories sell. Another one is How to Get Instant Trust, Belief, and Influence and Build Rapport. He talked about this a little bit at convention. Was excellent session that he gave there. Sarah Robbins, we mentioned a while ago, Rock Your Network Marketing Business, another great read. Eric Rory's Go Pro. Mary Christensen, How to Be a Recruiting Rock Star. So these are just a few. There's plenty of other books. And I'm sure, that might be another thing we ought to do is maybe get a list of books if we don't already have that. So I encourage you to read, invest in yourself, grow personally. That is huge in being successful in network marketing. Also, the next thing I would say is talk to somebody who has done it already. Someone that has already gone before us, someone who is in a position right now that you are seeking. For somebody, our uplines, find out how they achieved it. Talk to them. Pick their brain. Find some people that can mentor you. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you know. It can be somebody that you just follow on Facebook. Follow their posts. See how they post. If you can talk to them, great. Talk to them. Also, find an accountability partner. Doesn't have to be necessarily one person. It can be several people. It can be your upline. It can be your downline. It can be your sideline. But this is important because we all need somebody to hold us accountable. We all need someone when we're having those difficult times, when we're feeling discouraged and we need to be picked up a little bit. I know I've heard Bridget say, let's just hope we're not both having a bad day at the time. Obviously, you hope your person is having a good day and they can pick you back up and vice versa. So, but that's huge. You need an accountability partner or partners. Here's another thing that we talked about at convention, affirmations. We talked about this in pretty good detail at convention. The words that we use have a lot of power, and not necessarily, I am talking about what you say about yourself out loud, but even the thoughts that we have, maybe things that we don't say out loud, but things that we allow ourselves to think. And so we need to watch what we think. If we have any kind of negative thoughts, we need to be very conscious of that and to get those negative self-thoughts out of our head. And definitely do away with negative self-talk. One of the things that we had I think it was a challenge that we had in one of our other groups was to write out some personal positive affirmations. This could be something that you might want to share with the group, and if not, write them down for yourself and put these somewhere that you can see them every day, whether it be on your bathroom mirror or in your daily planner, and just read over them every day. Just to give an example, I've got a few jotted down that I don't mind sharing. My very first one is, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. I see myself at a healthy weight, and I will achieve it. I am in control of what I eat and drink. I am beautiful and loved at any weight. I choose love, joy, and freedom. I am at peace. I am a plexus jewel. Now, affirmations don't have to be necessarily something that is actually true. It can be something that it is a goal, because I'm not a jewel, but that's where I want to be. I want to be a jewel with plexus. So, saying that, reading that affirmation is a great thing to do. And it kind of ties in with the next one about visualization. See yourself, visualize yourself at the rank that you want to achieve. And think about that. What does that look like? What's going to be different in your life once you get there? So visualize that. And then the last thing that I have is, and I think the most important of all, is pray. Pray for God to bless you and your business. Pray for your team. Pray for your team members that you don't even have yet. Pray for customers. Pray for the customers that you want. Prayer is such a huge part of my life. And so if that's part of your life, I encourage you to do that. So one thing when we were talking about affirmations is, I saw this quote and I liked it a lot. It says, take care how you speak to yourself, because you are listening. And then I'm going to leave you with two other quotes tonight. Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And then the final quote that I want to leave you with tonight is, believe you can, and you're halfway there. And that's by Theodore Roosevelt. And I'm going to say that one more time. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. So belief is huge, guys. And I hope some of these things that I've talked about tonight will help you, give you some things to think about, and that it will help you build your belief to help your business be successful. And I'm going to turn it back over to Cheryl and Dodie.
Thank you. That was awesome. I loved all your points. I made a lot of notes because a lot of things I wanted to just kind of say one more thing about because everything was perfect, and I love everything you said. Really quick on that quote you just showed us about take care of how you speak to yourself. I noted before you even showed that is that when we were at convention and we had our speaker, and he talked about, I believe, I don't have my notes with me right now what I took with him, but 7% of the words that we say go to our head, but 93% is all in the way we say it. So we can say, oh, I'm going to be a jewel one day. But if I don't say it and believe it, then my body only heard 7% of that, but they felt the disbelief more so. So you have to believe it. You have to say it like you mean it. And just say it positive. Be positive with your thoughts. Be positive with your words, because it makes a big difference in the way our mind perceives it. I love the point you made about the opportunity calls and writing down names that you're thinking of while you're hearing it. I think that's a great way to even connect with that person. And you obviously thought of them for a reason. If they take the time to actually listen, they're going to see why you felt that, and they're going to feel a better connection with you. So I love that point. Talking about, I'm reading over my notes. Oh, I wanted to mention what a sideline is in case somebody didn't know. A sideline would be somebody who's not necessarily on your team or even in your downline or your upline. It could be somebody that's on a completely different Plexus team, but they are beside you and they are there to help you. That would be kind of your sideline. And something that you mentioned about the bad day that Bridget talked about. There's times that we're just so upset and we don't know where to turn, so we might turn to the wrong person, and we might vocalize it more than we should. So if you can have that one person that they can come to you with those thoughts and you can go to them with those thoughts and vent a little with that one person, but don't let it be vented to everybody. So that was a good point, because we can get so wrapped up and so upset that we don't realize that we're being negative when we are. Our thoughts are negative, so our words are negative. So having that one person to vent to is a great idea. Some things I also want to mention that I'm thinking about doing, so this would be something that you guys would just message me and let me know. I'm actually considering a quote unquote like book club type thing that we could all read a book at the same time, read certain chapters, meet together, and discuss those books and what we took away from them and things like that. So if you would be interested in getting together, it could be 3 of us, it could be 10 of us, it doesn't matter. But we can decide on what kind of books we want, read them together. I'm not a huge reader, but the few books that I have picked up and read, I love. And I think if I could have some people there that we were all counting on each other and we want to read just a couple chapters at a time, check in each week, whatever. So if you're interested in something like that, please message me and let me know so we can kind of get that started. I'm also going to try to put together some video testimonies. If you have any kind of testimony, it doesn't matter if you've been with the Plexus for a week. I'll do my video first so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking for, but I want to put in, I did a video of all of the girls that went to convention. We all did a little video of what we took away from convention, and I joined them together and made one video. So I thought if we could each do a short, like 2 to 3 minute, my name's Cheryl, I started here, this is what I thought in the beginning, this is what I believe now, this is what happened, whatever. But really short. That way, if we do have some potentials that want to hear from a few others, they can click on that video and hear short tidbits from everybody. So, but just from our team, just so that you can say, look, this girl's on my team. These are people on my team. So if you are interested in that, I'm going to put a video together myself and I'll share it with you guys. The power tools, we do have a login that we will share. I did create one for our team, the Diamond Driven Ambassadors. I've shared it before, but we'll share it again because it's been a little bit. And what you talked about with studying the products and the ingredients, I highly suggest you focus on a product at a time. Do one product at a time. It can be for a week. It could be for 3 to 5 days. I don't think it should be for an hour. I don't think it should be for a day. I think you should really focus in on one specific product until you know it, until you know the ingredients, until you're comfortable with it. You don't have to know every single little bit about the ingredients, but you need to know what's in them, how one or two things that it could benefit, but just really, really, really educating yourself on each product. I would go in order of importance for you. I definitely think you should start with Slim, but from there, whatever your heart is led to, focus on one product, the ingredients, and maybe, like she said, Google the ingredients as well. It's good to Google as much as you can to get information outside of Plexus, because a lot of our things are amazing, not because it's Plexus, it's because of what it actually is. So you can educate yourself on that. It helps when you're talking to others. It shows them that you are educated and that you do care, and that, hey, this may be something I should really look into. Being active on the team pages is really, really, really big. Like Leigh said, if you could just take some time every once in a while to go back and see what other people are asking, it will really help you in a week. When somebody comes and asks you, you already know the answer because somebody else has already asked it and you've read the answers at that point. So if you ever have free time, if you can just search the pages and just kind of see what other people are asking, how people are answering it, things like that. But that's pretty much it from me. I loved everything you said, everything I wrote down. So that was really good, Leigh. I'm very proud and very thankful for you doing that for me. I guess unless Dodie has anything, we will open for questions. Dodie, do you have anything at all?
No, not a whole lot. I just want to say that, Leigh, you did an awesome job. I loved everything that you mentioned, and I completely agree. And I do believe, guys, building your belief is so important, and just building your desire, because that is what's going to hold you through this journey. When you're having a horrible day and you just want to give up, your desire is really what your why comes from. So just knowing why you're doing this and having that desire that's unshakable, and that no negative comments from anyone is going to get you down. And guys, remember, you don't have to justify anything or take up for Plexus, because Plexus has amazing products and an amazing business. We have amazing teams. I've never been a part of anything with so much support. So just everything Leigh said is just so important. And the image I posted today on our team page from the movie The Field of Dreams, where it says, if you build it, they will come. And it just kind of resonated with me when I started thinking about, building your belief and your desire. If you're on fire for Plexus and you're just passionate about it, people will come to you. They will be drawn to you like, bugs to a fire. They'll just want to see what's up. And they'll join you before they even join Plexus, or before they join, for the products, they'll join you. So just remember that. And I agree also about the chats. I just think staying plugged in on the chats is so important. Being engaging with other people, it's really how you learned. I know that's how I learned the most in the beginning, was just learning from everybody else. I think that's what really helped me build confidence and just, wanting to stick with it and just learning about the products. But that's pretty much it. Thanks, Leigh.
I think you're right about saying, if we can get our newbies to not try not to leave the chat so quick and things like that. If they can see that others are questioning things that they thought were maybe a stupid question. Oh, well, that person was wondering the same thing as I am. Maybe I'm not, quote unquote, dumb. It'll let them feel a little bit more comfortable and allow them to see that we all are learning. They're all, we're welcoming. We're not downing them and everything. So just trying to get them to stay on there. It's okay to mute, but encourage them to stay on for sure. Stay on the pages especially, and just read through those posts as much as they can. But we will open for questions. I will start off letting you unmute yourself, and then I will unmute everyone at the end. So any questions about anything is welcome.
Hi, I was curious about the books you recommended. I didn't get all of them. I believe one was Icebreakers, and then there were some more you mentioned.
Yeah. The first one was The Flip Flop CEO. The second one is Go Pro by Eric Rory. The third one was Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. The next one was How to Get Instant Trust, Belief, Influence, and Rapport, and that's by Big Al. How to Prospect, Sell, and Build Your Network Marketing Business with Stories, that's also by Big Al. Icebreakers, How to Get Any Prospect to Beg You for a Presentation by Big Al. Be a Recruiting Superstar by Mary Christensen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How can you word your Facebook posts so that you don't aren't considered advertising?
Make it personal, as personal as possible, because they'll relate more to you than they will somebody else's story, or like Leigh was saying earlier, share your story. Stories sell. So you just want to just talk about, if you have more energy, talk about your energy. If you slept great, talk about that. Sometimes just the simplest little post, even if you don't even mention Plexus, is what gets the most response and the most feedback.
I think too, if you're going to share other people's testimonies, I think that's perfectly fine, because we don't all have the same testimonies, and we need to share different testimonies. But put a little excerpt in there. Hey, I was reading this today and this really touched me, or hey, I was looking at this today and I thought this was great, because blah, blah, blah. Tell them why it really resonated with you, and then share their testimony. I think that makes it a little more personal.
Thank you.
And don't share posts. When you see, maybe you see a post that I posted, if you actually copy and paste what I had written, and you actually save my photo and then actually share it as originally from you instead of just hitting the share button, that makes it a lot more personal as well.
Okay.
And the other reason too you don't want to share that is because if you share somebody's post, if they see that person's name, they could accidentally click on that person and go to that person and ask them about Plexus, or go to their website and order from them. And you want to avoid that. You want them to come to you. So copying and pasting will assure that.
All right, I'm going to try to unmute everyone. It can get loud, so we'll try it, and just in case somebody can't unmute themselves. But you can ask about anything. Oh, really quick, Leigh brought up the team meeting. We were doing it monthly, and they were, that was good. There has been some slack in doing them monthly. There's been questions on what to discuss, because a lot of the smaller teams are branching out and doing these meetings. But a lot of people, they're having their own branch outs and doing their own team meetings on the Zoom and things like that. So it got to where it was a little confusing on what we should discuss. But we are working on an August meeting. I don't know if their goal is to do every other month or every once a quarter, how they're going to handle it. I'm not positive if we'll go back to every single month. But we are working on an August meeting, and they are also working on mixing them up and not doing them all on Fridays, possibly trying during the week or on Saturdays or even on Sundays, just to get those different crowds in that can't attend on the specific dates. So we are working on that. And if you guys do have any topics that you feel would benefit a big group like that, please message me and let me know. I think for our August meeting, we're going to try to put some focus on, I guess, your social media outlet, like how to post on Facebook, great things to do, things that can help, things that can hurt, as well as Twitter and all of the other things. So I believe that's part of our focus in the August meeting. But again, we are always looking for suggestions as far as what we can discuss. So let me know on that. But we started doing the weekly boot camp through the summer for the newbies. And like I said, each group was kind of branching out and doing their own small team meetings. But we definitely want to try to get those big meetings as well. But just that's a quick note on that. But I will unmute one more time. I did mute you all back, but any questions?
Cheryl, I do love the idea about the book club.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll set up something where maybe everybody can comment that they are interested and we can start something on that. I think it would be good to kind of get different perspectives on the things we read. And it's very important, like Leigh said, to educate yourself outside of Plexus. This is a business. It's a business opportunity. And if we can treat it like that and educate ourselves on the business as a whole, the network marketing and how to post on Facebook and things like that, I think it's very, it would help a lot. So we can work on different types of books. We can work on self-growth. We can work on network marketing, things like that. But we'll definitely get them going. We have 1 minute left for any questions. Good. But again, just check your back office, check 100 PV, check 500 PV, auto qualifications turned on, and we'll get the power tools set up for you guys, the login, and all of that information for you. But thanks for joining us. Let us know if you have any questions. You can comment or message us.